The Champions League in Tokyo had over 5,000 players, and we are down to only 8 remaining. Today we're going to be looking at the top 8 match between Palkia Terapagos and Lugia VSTAR Cinchino, an old friend, to see who moves on from the top 8 of the Champions League to top 4. The top 4 placers do earn an invite to the Pokemon World Championships, so these top 4 players that we do see advancing, we'll see again at the Pokemon World Championships in 2025. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the top 8 of the Champions League. I'll be doing top 4 and finals as well. And if you guys enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe. That's all you have to do to help out the channel. And let's jump right into it. We're going to do some competitive gameplay analysis in 2x. And I don't know anything about the players' deck lists or anything. We see a mulligan on the player on the left. So I'm just going to be like talking about the match, how players can be making better plays. Obviously, I don't know either of their lists, so I can't really speak on that aspect at least. But we're going to just see what the proper plays should be. Palkia Terapagos, depending on Dusknoir or Noctowl, can dish out a ton of damage, but if Lugia uses their one prizers effectively, they can trade, I think, just better overall. If Palkia goes ahead and uses Greninja, which I was going to mention is prized, Jacques on the right from the player, with one Cinchino, so if they have a 2-2 line, probably a 3-2 or 3-3. One being prized isn't a big deal. One rating Greninja is quite a big deal for the Palkia player, though, because I think one of the early game strategies you could employ is going into the Radiant Greninja and taking out the Cinchino early and spreading 90 to something else, kind of making it so the that putting down 2 Minchinos at once becomes a little bit of a liability from the Lugia side. Lugia can also take one prize card somewhere and always just pivot into a Iron Hands because Palkia is weak. Lightning stuff is tough. So we do see the Lugia players list is pretty stuck in. I think I saw a counter catcher in there. Very interesting. We see the nest ball for the Lugia. Oh yeah, the counter catcher's in the hand. Cinchino, wow, okay. A very interesting addition in Lugia. We're going to attach the gift energy. A lot of energies in hand. Nothing really else going on. Attach a water to the Bidoof. Squawkabilly discarding a Palkia. Barrel. So if it's only a 2-2 Palkia, one Palkia being gone in the prize cards is also a little bit of an issue, but I think this deck does play quite a bit of stretchers. Nothing on the flip side. Oh my god. Vesseling away a water to get 2 more waters. I saw an Articuno on the deck as well to do a paralysis as a 1 prize attacker, but Lugia does play mist energies. So if the Lugia player does attach their mist energies ahead of time preemptively to their attackers and doesn't squander them, they might not fall into this paralysis trap. Bidoof and then a pass. I think there's a Briar in the hand. Both players not really getting what they want. There's a Lugia Evolve here. We're going to go ahead and see a Legacy attachment, a Research away, 2 Jet Energies in the Counter Catcher and an Iono. Nothing really significant. On the flip side, can we get to the Archeops? I think we can. Oh, we can't really, but like, yeah. If the Lugia player had also attached, by the way, to the Cinchino and just opted to try to get the Cinchino turn 2, that would have also been a play to just attack here and take a prize card, which I don't think necessarily was the worst thing by putting the Legacy and the gift on the Cinchino, or the Minchino, sorry. And that would have made it so we could attack. Oh, there was already a Chops and discard. We get the double Chops going. We're going to see the acceleration. Lugia gets the V-Guard as well. The V-Guard important in this matchup here, especially because of the Palkia does more damage. So we're going to go ahead and retreat this one off. Get into the Lugia and just start swinging. Legacy's fine here. Everything on the board for Lugia is now a 1 prizer, so the board is like super, super broken for Lugia. And obviously the Palkia player is so far behind that they have nothing left really. It's an Iono, Skwovet coming through. Like now the Palkia player is so far behind because they need to get a Palkia into play. They need to get a Terapagos into play. They need to get Hoot Hoots into play. And like it looks like they're just not getting any of that. The Heavy Ball will get them the Greninja, but I don't think they've actually done a deck search yet. So I don't know if the Greninja is even prized. So yeah, it'll grant them the access to the... Yeah, it'll give them access to the Greninja here, which is nice, but that's pretty much all they get here. They have a Stretcher to get the... I think there was a Water in the discard, maybe. But Stretcher for Water will get them 2 more cards, potentially, here. If they can get that 2 extra cards to potentially seeing some more stuff. Yeah, there is a Waters in the discard. There's a Palkias. There's a Bibarel. Bibarel might just be better here. Stretcher 2. Yep, no, I was going to take the 2 energies as well. Draw 2. Irida is pretty good, but we already Iono'd. A Palkia hitting the board. Ultra Ball. Maybe we just take... I would have taken maybe Fez and just drawn 3 here. But then you board lock yourself so you can't use the stadium. So maybe Bibarel is just better. Retreat into Skwovet. I think we're probably going to... I would have retreated into Skwovet. I don't know why we kept the Bibarel up and active. I think that might have been a slight mistake just because Bibarel doesn't really do anything for us. And Skwovet can be... It's fine getting sacked here. Hoot Hoot coming down. Bench is big now. We're going to use the Trumpet, accelerate the energies to scrub it into the barrel. Lugia actually cannot boss and KO this Palkia because we did attach energy the way we did. But if we get a Chinchino, we can take it. But we're just going to knock out the barrel. Probably discard the stadium. Keeping the stadium so we can keep Squawk in play, actually kind of smart. Drawing 2, another Palkia hitting the board if we want it. Terapagos actually does cap out at 240 damage here, so we actually can't knock out a Lugia, but Palkia is something that can do that. But all the energies, there's 2 energies in the discard actually, so it's not the worst case scenario. We're going to Irida. Did he squab it for 1 into Irida? That's kind of crazy, man. I'm going to watch that. Yeah, he did score it for 1 into Irida. Okay, all right. Sorry, I was unfamiliar with your game. So, we're going to go ahead and get Irida for, I don't know, like Vessel probably seems pretty good. Nestball, Articuno, get the Fez. Fez draw 3. We're looking, I mean, the Water Retreat already gives us Star Portal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? No, 8, 9, 10, 11, 220. Yeah, Palkia gets the knockout for sure. So I think we just go with Palkia here. Or we're just going to Greninja the... Oh, yeah, the Greninja the Rats. Yeah, I've talked about this play earlier. The Star Portal, Greninja the Rats. Eliminates that possibility. There's a Greninja. Boom. Lugia player is in a lot of trouble now. The best play this turn, unironically, is to hands, if we can get that. Flip a coin, please. We need tails here is what we're looking for. If we do get the tails, we can get the hands into play. Nope, it's chops. Not what we're looking for. There's me another Roma. 1 tails. Heads again. Unlucky, Mr. Lugia player. 25% chance that this happens. But we do get the option now to, I don't know, potentially, like, we could hit the hands here. I think we have to hit it. We already used the Legacy, though, which is bad. So we get the Lugia. Like, what do we even KO here is the problem. Like, we don't have another way to use hands in this game. And our Lugia already has a DT on it, so we kind of griefed. So we have no actual way to knock out anything in this game. So we're just going to knock out the active, probably discard Stadium. I would discard Stadium. I think you have to discard Stadium here. I don't think you can give your opponent a free Terapagos or Palkia attack. I just don't think you can give them the free knockout here. I mean, the Palkia, I guess you can't power it up in 1 turn. Unless you have E-Switch, which they might have E-Switch. These Noctowl decks could really be playing anything. But I feel like this game is over for the Lugia player. I think genuinely it's very tough to come back from this board state. Because you can Turo up this Squawk, take that off the board. Noctowl, E-Switch. Yep, there it is. Vessel. And this should give 2 prize cards. And I don't... Like, what's the line for the Lugia player? Ursaluna. Countercatcher... KO, maybe? KO the Fez. But then, I don't even think you have enough to end the game that way. We're going to see the attack. I think there's already energy in hand. Tur up Squawk. I don't even think that... I mean, Squawk for... yeah, you can't hands for 3 now. Good play there. Fan Rotom Articuno. I think that's exactly enough. 7, 9... Wait. Is that actually not enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Well, oh, wow, it wasn't enough. That's actually kind of crazy. Another heads, another result we're probably not looking for here. Gift energy to the active. If we can retreat this DTE and jet it back up and gust to maybe Fezandipity, that's super okay. Because then the game ends on 2 gusts. Actually, Blood Moon is good here. We're just going to attack the active. Blood Moon does go down pretty easily in the grand scheme of things. So I think this is a little bit tricky. Because, I mean, attacking with Palkia just seemed objectively correct here still. You just take the Terapagos, put it in your hand, yeah. I mean, attacking with Palkia still seems fine here. We're just going to be proccing the gift. But I don't see a lose con still immediately. Because Terapagos still does a ton of damage. I mean, you can just... So, what you could also do is just prep this Articuno preemptively, I think, and play for potentially the Articuno. We're just going to boss up the... Why do we do that? Just take the prizes? That's fine. Yep. I mean, now we can kill with Chops. Why are we promoting Lugia? I feel like we can just promote Chops and call it a day. I must be missing something. I feel like I'm missing something here. We're just gonna take the knockout here. Go to one prize card. Does the game just not end? Terapagos attack? Oh, legacy. I was missing something. That's on me. Sorry guys, I forgot about the legacy energy. So now the Terapagos player is in a tough spot where they need to take this one prize card. And as soon as they take this one prize card, a boss's orders effectively ends the game with the Archeops' gift energy on every single thing, making it so it's literally impossible to dodge giving the Lugia player more prize cards. You kind of have to Iono. I mean, I guess you don't have to, because the Lugia player hasn't played any cards from their hand. They've just been attacking. So while they've just been attacking, they might not have the boss's orders in hand. So the Lugia player draws for turn. Oh, he top decked the boss's orders. There it is for game. Just in classic Lugia fashion, top deck boss's orders, gets the game done, up and running. That game was actually pretty close. I feel like the killing the Cinccino play was probably correct almost always. There had to have been a turn in there where, like, I feel like the Palkia player was fine, and they weren't fine. Like, there was no mist on the Lugia, so maybe we should have gone for paralysis that turn with Articuno, and forced Lugia to find Jet retreat or like a pivot, because Lugia's only retreat is pivot, I believe, because I don't think mist energy removes existing conditions. Let me double check that. Because it only prevents all effective attacks done. Existing effects are not removed, yeah. So if we went for paralysis, maybe we were in an okay situation there. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like the Palkia player was in such a good position and the Lugia player wasn't doing anything. So the Lugia player was kind of like objectively bricking and made a couple of bad decisions with their energy, especially the DTE, I think, to put themselves in a pretty awkward situation. But props to the Lugia player. They do advance on to top 4. They will be at the World Championships next year in Anaheim, California. Thank you guys for watching. I will be here. I'll be back here with top 8 or top 4, maybe another top 8 game and finals. So check it out. In Japan, it is best of 1 for Top Cut onwards. So their match is done. There's no best of 3. There's no more games to analyze.